Good morning. It's Sunday, May 26th. I'm Michelle Ross in the Fox 5 newsroom. Thank you for joining us live now on the Fox Local app. A man is dead after police-involved shooting in Brooklyn overnight. It happened at around 2:20 this morning on Eldert Street in Bushwick. Police say a man was holding two knives and tapped on a police vehicle with two officers inside. After not listening to verbal commands to drop the weapons, the officers used their tasers, which got the man to drop one of the knives. But police say he then charged at them with the second knife. Both officers fired their guns, and the man died at a nearby hospital. Now to Brownsville, Brooklyn, where a different man was hit by a police car. The NYPD says it started at around 3:30 this morning when officers saw him point a gun at a woman. He ran, and when a sergeant in a police car tried to cut him off, he was hit. At last check, he was in critical condition. And checking the forecast, today, sun and clouds, a high of 82 degrees. Tonight, some fog with a low of 66. And for Memorial Day, rain moves in with a high of 74 degrees. Besides the beaches and barbecues, planes are dazzling the crowds as they soar high above Jones Beach. Stephanie Bertini has more on the 20th anniversary of the Bethpage Air Show.
The Bethpage Air Show at Jones Beach, now in its 20th year.
Beautiful day.
Yes, it is.
Any other plans for the long weekend, or this is the big?
This is my big plans.
Each year on Memorial Day weekend, it attracts tourists and locals, a tradition for many like this couple.
At least 10 years I've been coming to this.
At least 10 years?
Yeah, 8 with her.
Yes, he got me into this.
Memorial Day weekend marks the unofficial start to summer, and all around you can see people soaking up all things that are summer-like. By 10:30 a.m., the air show had reached capacity on this Saturday. Last year, organizers say it attracted more than 400,000 people, and they expect the same kind of numbers this year.
The Bethpage Air Show is a 3-day event, so there will be more of this out here tomorrow.
The crowds looking up for entertainment as highly skilled pilots take impressive aircrafts to the skies. The A-10C Thunderbolt II demonstration team especially proud as Long Island is the birthplace of the aircraft.
We're just really excited to be here, and we are excited to show off the combat capability of our aircraft as well as the Air Force as a whole.
From the skies to the waters, the U.S. Coast Guard helping keep things safe for everyone.
We're supporting a limited access area on the water. It's an air zone box to make sure no boaters are going within it, so it's safe for the pilots.
With smiles all around, standing by proud, New York State Parks Regional Director George Gorman, the man behind it all. This was all his idea decades ago.
I was hoping it would be a great annual event. I had no idea it would be the event that inspires everyone. Everybody looks forward to it.
Among those in the crowd, veterans like Bill Ober and Paul Tremonti collecting donations for the American Legion.
This is the one time of year when everyone tends to be patriotic.
Of course, this weekend leads up to Memorial Day on Monday, when we all remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice.
It's a day of remembrance. Those people gave everything. You know, we are survivors. We remember. But you never want to forget those people because they gave the ultimate sacrifice for our country.
Stephanie Bertini, Fox 5 News.
President Biden gave the commencement address at West Point Military Academy. He praised the cadets' courage and discipline. The president spoke about military affairs in Ukraine, Gaza, and Asia, and how the U.S. is deploying assistance and aid to those areas. President Biden also told them that they owed an oath to the U.S. Constitution.
On your very first day at West Point, you raised your right hands and took an oath, not to a political party, not to a president, but to the Constitution of the United States of America, against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Tomorrow, President Biden will be part of the Memorial Day services at Arlington National Cemetery. He will then visit Normandy, France next week to participate in ceremonies marking the 80th anniversary of the D-Day invasion during World War II. A 911 call about a burglary led authorities to millions of dollars of illegal weed. And now the Brooklyn warehouse storing the cannabis products is sealed and shut down. It's one of the biggest busts for the city, and the sheriff's office says the warehouse is one of those locations that restocks the bodegas and unlicensed smoke shops that aren't legally selling cannabis products. Millions of dollars worth of illegal cannabis products stored in this Brooklyn warehouse, now in the possession of law enforcement.
We discovered a variety of THC flower, pre-rolls, edibles, oils, concentrates.
Police discovered the cannabis products on Friday night when they responded to a burglary call at the location on Adelphi Street. The NYPD caught 3 suspects in the act, and when police saw what was inside, they called the sheriff's office.
We go out as a team every day, and we're sealing these locations to take these unregulated products off the street.
A joint task force made up of members from the sheriff's office, the NYPD, and the city's Department of Consumer and Worker Protection padlock, seal, and shut down illegal smoke shops. Earlier this month, they sealed 75 locations and issued about $6 million in penalties. But this warehouse appears to have fallen in their lap, and shutting it down also removes the source for many illegally run stores.
It's just a whole distribution network that is, supplying all the bodegas and illegal cannabis shops throughout New York City.
In total, more than 200 illegal smoke shops have been sealed, and busts at smoke shops tend to be around $100,000. So with millions of dollars of products confiscated here, it's one of the largest busts to date. And the sheriff's office says it's keeping these products out of the hands of young people.
This is just one of many, many places where they are storing millions of dollars worth of illegal, unregulated product that's being packaged and processed in packages that are geared to attract children to illegal products.
The sheriff's office also says it's important to shut down illegal cannabis warehouses like these so that the legal ones can make money and flourish. The city adds it's continuing the investigation. Fox 5 is a proud media partner of the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, and ahead of their annual Tower Climb New York City event next month, we're highlighting one of their new student-athlete advocates. Fox 5's Jody Goldberg introduces us to Kira Corrigan, who lost her grandfather on 9/11.
Every time Kira Corrigan takes the field,
he's looking down on me.
The softball player gives it her all in honor of her late grandfather, retired Captain James J. Corrigan. He had been a member of the FDNY for more than 25 years, and at the time of the attacks, he was a fire and safety director at the World Trade Center.
I just think of the person he was and what he did on September 11th. When he saved kids in the daycare.
While Kira's grandfather passed before she was even born, stories about the person he was and the impact he left behind inspired her to use her leadership skills to teach younger generations to never forget.
Carrying his legacy of helping others.
Kira is one of 3 new student-athlete advocates serving as an ambassador for the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. She'll be at the Tower Climb next month to pay homage to her grandfather and those who perished and continue to fight 9/11-related illnesses each and every day. Her father, Brendan Corrigan, will also be there. He followed in his father's footsteps as one of the first to take the FDNY test after September 11th, and he was just promoted to battalion chief.
My dad was my hero. I wouldn't be a fireman today if it wasn't for him.
Captain Corrigan left a lasting impact on many. Kira is pursuing a path in nursing because of him.
Having him in the back of my head, I think it'll make me a better nurse.
With each class she takes and every game she plays, she vows to remember the heroes who raced into the building to save lives when everyone else was running out. Jody Goldberg, Fox 5 News.
And be sure to tune in for our full Tower of Heroes special. It airs tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. on Fox 5. After being closed for nearly 8 months, Prospect Park Zoo officially reopened this weekend. People lined up to get in and check out the exhibits, and the zoo shut down last September after massive flooding during Tropical Storm Ophelia caused extensive damage. So far, more than $6 million has been spent on repairs to reopen. Officials say they'll need at least another $14 million for full restoration and measures to prevent flooding from future storms. And let's take one last look at your holiday weekend forecast. Today, sun and clouds, a high of 82 degrees. Tonight, some fog with a low of 66 degrees. And for Memorial Day, rain moves in with a high of 74 degrees. And that does it for us this morning. I'm Michelle Ross. Have a great day. And remember, Fox 5 News is always streaming here on the Fox Local app.